review. Fantasy for you, for you, for you, for you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan and welcome to the Castletree TV
Halloween special.
Excuse me. Ah yes, fall is upon us again. There's a chill in the air. The ladies' Han Solo vest, tights, and boot combination has resurfaced, and I've been doing lines of pumpkin spice all week.
Spice up your life!
But Halloween wasn't always this basic, safe, censored, belligerent. People used to wear masks and costumes and light bonfires to ward off evil spirits. Some even believe that the time between the fall equinox and the winter solstice was when the barriers between the spiritual world and the physical world would dissolve. But over time, those bonfires evolved into house fires, and homeowners were bribing arsonists with candy and gifts so that their houses would be spared.
Trick or treat, bitches!
Better not be handing out any raisins.
So in honor of the past and the present, I figured we could meet somewhere in the middle for this week's song inspiration. A movie that still holds true to some of that old school spooky lore and has the modern shine and PG rating you would expect from a Disney film about Halloween. This week's song was inspired by the spooky-ooky, sing-song, stop-motion, Tim Burton classic, The Nightmare Before Christmas! This is Halloween, Halloween, oh, this thing is really hot. Like many of you, I've always had a special place in my heart for this movie. But it wasn't until recently that I truly appreciated the artistry and dedication that went into its creation. It took over 100 artists and technicians over 3 years to create this movie. They filled up 19 sound stages with over 230 different sets and hundreds of individual handcrafted puppet characters. The puppets were made from clay and had actual functional metal skeletal systems underneath, complete with movable joints and sockets so that the animators could move their arms, legs, and heads. The animation style, known as stop motion, is essentially achieved by taking a picture of your subject, then moving something like an arm or a leg ever so slightly, and continually repeating that process over and over and over and over again. For instance, this film was shot at 24 frames per second, which means that for every second, something is being moved 24 times. It's a process that requires an insane level of skill and patience to achieve such a high level of quality. The great camera angles, transitions, lighting, etc. are all the result of Henry Selick's directing style. You heard that right, I said Henry Selick. Tim Burton did not direct The Nightmare Before Christmas. Burton is responsible for writing, producing, and essentially creating the entire art style for the movie. He also worked very closely with longtime friend and composer Danny Elfman on creating the music for the movie. Danny Elfman is a name that some of you already know, and for those of you who don't, you definitely know his music. Or better yet, you know his sound and style of scoring. Danny Elfman is the musician responsible for the scores of such movies as Beetlejuice, 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 Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Big Fish, Dick Tracy, and so many more. Now you know who I'm talking about. He has a very unique style, and he scores like no one else. He was also the frontman and writer for the 80s band Oingo Boingo. It's a dead man's party. Who could ask for more? Don't run away. Yeah, he was responsible for that one too. So combining that playful Tim Burton darkness with the story behind The Nightmare Before Christmas and Danny Elfman's songwriting style, I was able to construct a song that I think would fit nicely in the Tim Burton universe.
Did you say you were gonna fit into a slim skirt and wear a purse?
No, you idiot. I said Tim Burton. What do you want?
You know, you've been pretty insulting towards me lately, and contrary to popular belief, really attractive wizards have feelings too.
First off, all you do is talk shit. Second, while I will admit that you are a very dashing man, there's no way that you can feel anything with the amount of booze you consume on a daily basis. And if you ever made a contribution to the show, I'd probably treat you with more respect.
I don't need your respect, dick. And it just so happens that I'm here to help with the show. You see, I've created a spell that will not only help with this episode, it will put an end to your negative comments and badgering. It's called the Hurtin' Like Tim Burton Danny Elfman Surprise.
That's adorable, man. And what exactly does your stupid spell do?
Let's find out.
Cool spell, buddy. That kind of tickled a little bit. Now, why don't you get out of here, you loser? I'm a douchebag, I'm a douchebag, I'm a douchebag. Dude, what the?
Yes, it works like a charm.
What did you do to me?
So every time you attempt to insult me, you're only going to insult yourself with the help of a Danny Elfman style choir.
Are you kidding me? I would like to sniff your butt. I'd really like to sniff your butt.
Oh man, you're a disgusting loser. Stay away from my butt, you pervert.
Not cool, man. How long is this gonna last?
Honestly, I have no idea. I was pretty shit-faced when I made it.
You are such an interesting person. I need to get back to the show if you don't mind.
Why? It's just gonna suck like everything else you do.
You know what, man? I like dancing naked at the Applebee's, smacking on my bottom while I fart on a plate of French fries. Touche, man. Touche.
Cosmic brothers united by the endless forces of the universe.
Alright everyone, as always, thanks for watching Castletree TV. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe so that you can be notified when new videos drop. And I hope you enjoy our song inspired by The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Bone Throne. And we'll see you next time on Castletree TV.
On soiled beds, a cozy way to sleep. The finger paints are full of lead, the children are all creeps. For dinner we'll have poisoned bread and razors in the pie. And even though the guests are dead, we had such a lovely time. Never ever lonely, what with all the ticks and lice crawling in and out your orifices, it's paradise. But sometimes I get to thinking that maybe there is more than all the murder, mayhem, filth, destruction, and the gore. Nah. Who could turn their back on this? It's the nightmare of your dreams. Come on, take a look around. The wind is cold and ripe with death, with notes of flesh from a zombie's breath. A violin playing perfectly out of tune, and creatures howling at the full moon. Rotting jack-o'-lanterns burning bright, children cackling with delight. Fires blazing out of sight, I guess it must be Halloween night. You had better run and hide, you'll be safer locked inside. We really just don't want to die on Halloween night. Trick or treat or something worse. How about a witch's curse? They'll be overcome with fright on Halloween night. We'll be hiding in the dark, waiting for you in the park, underneath the moonlight on Halloween night. Halloween night, Halloween night, underneath the moonlight on Halloween night. Potions are brewing and witches are stirring, spirits soaring, groaning, whirring, bones that rattle and crack in the breeze, chattering teeth and shaking knees. I know that it all sounds so divine, but I'm not myself. I don't feel fine. There's something missing, something empty, something inside me is trying to tempt me. Being the king ain't all that bad. Actually, if I'm being honest, it's pretty rad. I don't know. Still gets a little lonely here up at the top. No throne beside me, no love inside me, nothing to guide me. I need a queen to help me rule, to make my reign of terror more cruel. We could strike fear into the hearts of every man, woman, and child. We could be horrible and vile. But love will have to wait, because it's that time of year again. Time to bring the fear again. It's time to trick or treat again. It's time to terrify a friend. It's time to wake up all the dead. It's time for monsters in your bed. It's time for Halloween again. 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 It's time for Halloween, say when? It's time for Halloween right now. It's happening, just look around. 'Cause Halloween is happening now.
We create and review. We create and review. We create and review. Fantasy for you, for you, for you, for you.